Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making an Italian dish called pasta aglio olio. It's one of the simplest pasta dishes out there, but that means it's also the easiest to get wrong, and it's relatively cheap, really cheap. So it only requires 5 main ingredients, which is the pasta, olive oil right here, garlic, chili flakes, which is optional. There's also, if you'd like, parsley, which I'm not adding because personally I don't like parsley. But yeah, anyways, we'll begin the cooking process really soon. Now, the first thing you want to do is to get the water boiling, and after it starts to boil, you can then add salt. Please add a good amount of salt to the water, as it's the only way to season the pasta, because you can't season it after it's been cooked. So now, as your water is boiling, you can peel your garlic. You can begin to peel your garlic. You only need about 4 or 5 garlic cloves. So I'm gonna peel those and then we'll move on to chopping them. Okay, so now after you've peeled your garlic, you can use about 4 or 5 large cloves. If your cloves are slightly smaller, you can use more, that's not an issue. So then to cut them, you just need to cut them into really thin slices like this. Honestly, the thinner the better. So now, after you've thinly sliced your garlic, you're left over with a bunch of garlic skin. Now, there's some things you can do with this, which I'll explain towards the end of the video, but it's about time. Our pasta's boiling. Anyway, I'll get onto this. So now that our water is boiling, you want to add some salt. So you just want to add a good, generous amount of salt, just like the ocean, make it nice and salty. I'm just gonna put a bit more. So now I'm just gonna sink the pasta in here, and as it boils, we're gonna let it boil to al dente, which if I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty sure that means like the pasta's good enough. Not good enough. The pasta is like firm, but not too soft to eat. So, as we're doing this, we're gonna start slowly frying the Alright, so now we're gonna start cooking the pasta. The garlic. So on low heat, you're gonna add about 1/4 of a cup of olive oil to the pan. Let it heat nice and slowly. Okay. Then you wanna add your garlic. I put it in a small container, and you're just gonna want to put it in there. Cook it gently for a little bit. Then later on, we're gonna add the chilies. You can add some chili flakes. So now we're just gonna slowly cook the garlic in the olive oil. You want to heat it gently. Make sure you get that aroma, those nice flavors and smells. Okay, I moved it because it was gonna be a little bit quicker this way. But yeah, as you heat this up, you'll smell the the garlicky smell. My nose has been blocked, so like, so this is really helping. That open smell. And then while you're doing this, you can even add a few red chilies, just to give it a bit more flavor. We're gonna cook this for a little bit more. Ensure that the heat is not on too high. Make sure it's on medium to low heat, as if the heat is on too high, the garlic will actually start to cook and brown, and you don't want that to happen. You want the garlic to stay light. You should be able to smell the garlic as you're cooking it, and also constantly stir if you can. Make sure to constantly stir. I don't know why I'm using a colander for this. You should use any other tool. It's just that it'll help me in the next few steps. All right, later on. Now what you want to do is make sure that your pasta isn't fully cooked, and you're gonna take some of that pasta water in a thing and take it. And if you hear sizzling, that's good. That means that's what you need. And then we're just gonna keep mixing. Oh, we're gonna keep mixing that. Nice in. All right, we're gonna add a little more of the pasta water. The next thing you want to do is add that pasta. Now you want to make sure that the pasta isn't fully cooked, so you should not have it on high heat the entire time. So you want to add that pasta. Make sure you get all of it in there. Sometimes you can lose a bit. You can use a pair of tongs. This as well, it works. I'm just too lazy to grab the tongs right now. Now that you've got all the pasta in the bowl, you can then move on to just mixing this. Make sure the pasta should be around 70% cooked this time. Then you can just let it cook for a little bit. Add a bit more pasta water if you want. It needs to emulsify, and I think I need to add a bit more. Yeah. Then just cook this. It's nice and delicious looking. It's kind of already. After some time, you'll notice that there is gonna be less and less of the water, and that's what you kind of really want. You want the water to evaporate fully, and that might take you some time depending on how much you added. I've got maybe about 4 or 5 minutes till I'm done. But afterwards, it's really simple. From here on, you can just add whatever you want. You can add, some people like to add Parmesan cheese. From what I understand, Italians don't actually put Parmesan cheese on it. Okay, so it's been about like 5 minutes. It's quite nice right now. I don't want it to be too dry. That's why I'm kind of leaving it at this step. So then, from now you can transfer it to a bowl or a plate, anything that you're really gonna eat this in, and then you can enjoy your meal. It's basically finished. If you want, you could add. And there you have it, everyone. The Aglio E Olio is completed. honestly, it's quite a simple dish to make, and it took about 20 minutes to make for me, in with all the ingredients prepared, of course. I already had the garlic peeled, and the water. I forgot to set it to boil before, but then chopping the garlic, frying it, that's really the longest part, but it's worth it. Like, you get a nice simple meal. It doesn't take too long, and it's a lot healthier than instant noodles, which take around the same amount of time to make. And honestly, if you keep making this, it'll only get better in time. Just like I'm gradually improving my knife skills, which I've been trying to practice. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy my meal. You guys can enjoy yours, the one that you made, and I'm gonna enjoy it in my nice pasta bowl. Oh, it's mirrored. Well, it says pasta here, so yeah, I'm a big fan of pasta. So, and I've always wanted to learn how to make my own pasta, like pasta myself. And honestly, just going off the looks of this, I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave a list of ingredients and utensils needed in the after this part of the video, as well as the cost of things. Before I do that, I just want to talk about the cost a little bit. Now, in Mombasa, especially, olive oil is quite expensive, so that's why I use a smaller bottle because it's cheaper. But if you make this a lot, then it's important to note you could buy a bigger bottle. However, it is quite healthy, but just like all things, if it's eaten alongside other healthy foods, then it'll be good. If you're going to use different, like, let's say you don't have spaghetti like I use, you can use any kind of pasta, it's okay. You can also add or remove like the chili flakes. The garlic is literally a necessity, it's in the name. Aglio Olio means garlic and oil. So those are like the two main things. You can use any kind of pasta. If you don't like, if you can't find olive oil in your area, I suggest not to make this dish, as a lot of the health benefits that you can get from it are from the olive oil. And if you use a different oil like vegetable oil, it may not have the same health benefits. So just keep that in mind. For the taste wise, it'll also impact the taste. Olive oil has like a distinct, nice taste, while vegetable oil is more used for frying. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to be posting another video very soon, and hopefully I'll be posting more and more after school calms down a little bit, because school is taking over my life, man. Yeah, anyways, see you guys, bye.